The common German word for cannabis is das Cannabis. Depending on context, other terms are also used. Das Cannabis in standard written language refers to the cannabis plant or the drug. Das Marihuana refers to cannabis in its herbal form, that is, the leaves and flowers. Der Hanf refers to the cannabis plant itself or industrial hemp. Das Haschisch, often colloquially shortened to der Hash, refers to the resin concentrate from the cannabis plant. The use of cannabis dates back thousands of years, having gone through a process from being an important strategic resource and traditional medicinal drug to being stigmatized in modern times and gradually moving toward legalization. Here are the 4 key stages in the development of cannabis throughout human history. First, its origins in practical value, dating from around 10,000 BC to several thousand years ago. Industrial and everyday use cannabis is one of the oldest cultivated crops known to humanity. Cannabis originated in Central Asia, such as the Yellow River Basin and Central Asian regions. As early as over 6,000 years ago, the Chinese were already cultivating cannabis on a large scale. Because it grows quickly and its fibers are strong and durable, it was widely used to make hemp ropes, fishing nets, and commoners' clothing. During the Middle Ages, hemp fiber became an indispensable strategic material for the maritime industries of various European countries. Early medical use and rituals. According to ancient Chinese legends, the use of cannabis as a painkiller and sedative can be traced back to Shennong. The ancient Indian Vedas also mention the use of cannabis in religious rituals and medicine. Archaeologists have found direct evidence in the Pamir Plateau of Xinjiang, China, showing that people living there about 2,500 years ago burned and inhaled cannabis as part of religious ceremonies. 2. Global spread and recreational use. From the Middle Ages to the 19th century, with the expansion of the Silk Road and trade, cannabis gradually spread to the Middle East, Africa, and Europe. In the Arab world, cannabis began to be used for recreational purposes during the Middle Ages. Cannabis was legal during most periods in history. In the 19th century, it was also recognized in Western medicine. Cannabis extracts and tinctures were often used to treat symptoms such as pain and spasms. Even America's founding father, George Washington also grew cannabis at his estate. 3. Stigmatization and criminalization, the international anti-drug wave of the 20th century. In the early 20th century, the United States began to link cannabis to social and racial issues. Through propaganda films like Reefer Madness and media manipulation, cannabis was portrayed as a killer weed and a gateway drug. As a result, it was classified as an illegal drug in most countries, bringing most medical research to a halt. Counterculture movement. Despite strict bans, cannabis became popular again during the 1960s in the hippie culture and anti-war movements of Europe and America. It became a symbol representing rebellion and freedom. 4. Modern decriminalization and legalization. From the 21st century to the present, with advances in scientific research, the main psychoactive component in cannabis, tetrahydrocannabinol (THC), and the non-psychoactive component, cannabidiol (CBD), have been isolated and extensively studied. Medical cannabis has gradually gained recognition worldwide, with many countries beginning to permit its medical use. In recent years, countries including Uruguay, Canada, Thailand, Germany, as well as several states in the United States have taken such steps. They have successively legalized and regulated the sale of recreational cannabis. Regarding the history of cannabis and its transformation from a natural plant to a controlled substance, and then to the process of modern medical applications. What is the endocannabinoid system? Scientists have pointed out that there is an endocannabinoid system in the human body, which quietly influences the functioning of many bodily processes, yet most of us are unaware of its existence. Nor do we realize how significant its impact is on our lives and health. The endocannabinoid system was discovered as early as 1992 to exist in humans and other mammals. It helps regulate a variety of psychological and physiological functions. The operation of the endocannabinoid system within the body is extremely complex. Scientists have already proven that it affects our mood, appetite, sleep, and perception of pain. It helps keep bodily functions balanced and operating normally, playing a very important role within us. Initial research indicated that endocannabinoid receptors existed only in the brain and nervous system, but scientists later discovered that these receptors are actually present throughout the entire body. This includes our skin, immune cells, bones, adipose tissue, liver, pancreas, skeletal muscles, heart, blood vessels, kidneys, and gastrointestinal tract. In other words, the endocannabinoid system has a significant impact on the functioning of the entire body. The human body possesses its own endocannabinoid system, ECS, which regulates mood, appetite, and sleep through naturally produced chemicals. When extracts from cannabis plants that do not contain the psychoactive component THC, such as CBD, are absorbed, these phytocannabinoids interact with the human body's system to produce effects such as relaxation, calming, and anti-inflammation. And they do not produce psychoactive effects. Below, we will break down the mechanisms of the human body and their connection to THC-free cannabis. 1. The body's endocannabinoid system, ECS, is a natural regulatory mechanism. Your body produces its own endocannabinoids, such as anandamide, AEA, which are specifically responsible for maintaining internal balance. When you experience stress, pain, or after intense exercise, such as a runner's high, your body releases these substances to calm the nerves. The main receptors of the ECS include the CB1 receptors, which are primarily distributed in the central nervous system. These are related to mood and cognition, as well as the CB2 receptors, which are mainly located in the immune system. These are associated with inflammation and pain regulation. Second, Cili production absorbs cannabis that does not contain THC, such as CBD. What is THC-free cannabis? Industrial hemp or certain extracts only retain non-psychoactive cannabinoids like cannabidiol, CBD. After being absorbed, CBD does not directly and strongly stimulate the CB receptors like THC to produce euphoria. Instead, it gently activates or indirectly affects the receptors and can even block the enzymes that break down the body's natural endocannabinoids. As a result, it increases the concentration of natural endocannabinoids in the body. The potential physical feedback can help the body relax, reduce anxiety, relieve chronic pain, and aid sleep, all without the risk of addiction. There are 3 common absorption methods, with sublingual absorption being the fastest. It usually takes effect within 15 to 30 minutes. Topical application, such as lotions and creams, is suitable for soothing localized muscle soreness or skin inflammation. Oral ingestion, such as capsules or gummies, is often less efficiently absorbed and takes effect more slowly, usually requiring 1 to 2 hours, but the effects last longer. 4C Aquatic Cellular Nutrition Technology, our water-encapsulated nano-delivery system, can create the purest product. It delivers the fastest, most bioavailable, and most potent CBD with advanced technology. This proprietary technology is a powerful herbal formulation developed and refined over many years by a team of 4 scientists with a combined total of 9 PhDs. First, we use EU-certified organic full-plant CBD along with more than 90 different medicinal and essential vitamins. Minerals, adaptogens, inhibitors, and potent glyconutrients are all nano-processed. About 70% of the human body is made up of water. Water is vital to health because it delivers essential nutrients and oxygen to cells throughout the body. Therefore, we first nanoprocess CBD and other nutrients and then use a 7-step process to create a water-based formula. This allows these ingredients to be delivered to human cells. Our patented technology is able to break the covalent bonds between hydrogen and oxygen atoms. After removing the memory effect of water, the water is further purified through multi-stage reverse osmosis filtration and distillation. Finally, the nano-sized CBD and nutrients are each encapsulated in water, forming trillions of individual nutrient particles. These particles can rapidly enter cells. The final product is a fast-acting, highly effective CBD supplement with an absorption rate of up to 99%. Sarah Lemon Zurich, 13, Junior 2026.